How much pressure do you have to perform from day one?
There's no pressure. There's no pressure at all. I've been getting pressure since I was 10 years old. I don't think there's no pressure for me because I'm doing something that I love to do. That's play the game of basketball.
Here he comes the other way. There's your first James jam. Oh!
LeBron James with no regard for human life.
I'm not going to guarantee no championship. I'll tell you that. I'm going to just try to do the best I can.
Oh, blocked by James!
LeBron James just became the first superstar ever to get benched in his own All-Star game. And at 40, the crown is wobbling. The Lakers basically hit him with something no franchise has dared to say before. We don't need you like that anymore. That's wild. February 16th, 2025 in San Francisco was supposed to be his record-breaking 21st All-Star appearance. Instead, he backed out an hour and a half before tip-off with foot and ankle soreness. Convenient timing, right? What they won't say out loud is simple. LeBron didn't want to face the Rising Stars squad full of hungry rookies and second-year hoopers. Even Chandler Parsons called him out, saying the issue is that every NBA team has to face Bronny, so why is LeBron ducking the young guys? Parsons was basically hinting at the whole league pretending Bronny belongs there just because of who his father is.
Say the Lakers have made things better and maybe LeBron will want to stay, but that doesn't get back to the central question of do the Lakers want LeBron James back?
And that's the crazy part. When it's time for LeBron to deal with real up-and-coming talent, suddenly there's an ankle problem. The timing looked shady, the excuse sounded too easy, and for the first time since 2004, an All-Star game went down without him. 2 decades of automatic starts, gone. Even his boy Draymond Green threw a jab. He said these young players don't deserve the privilege of playing on Sunday, and everyone knew what he really meant. That was code for the new generation is coming in hot, and LeBron felt that pressure from miles away. LeBron's team has spent over a decade trying to erase one moment, but we're bringing it back. The 2011 finals where Jason Terry, a 33-year-old role player, cooked LeBron for 18 a night. Not the Heat, LeBron.
Here's the problem I have. Here's the problem I have, and it's what we're talking about this in particular with LeBron James not wanting to play against rising stars. All these other NBA players have to play against his son because LeBron has kind of put him in that situation. Who's a rising star? So what's the difference now? What he doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to play against the young guys, but
completely different. Completely different.
How's it different?
Terry just revealed that in the fourth quarter, LeBron had his chin down, breathing heavy, looking drained, and that's when he knew the superstar was worn out. The numbers still haunt him. 17.8 points, 6.8 assists, shooting 48%, and in Game 4, 8 points, 8. And he was being guarded by Jason Kidd and J.J. Barea, guards legit half his size. Even LeBron admitted it years later, calling it the lowest point of my career. That says everything. But here's the part nobody brings up. Kobe Bryant faced that same Dallas squad that season too. And yeah, the Lakers got swept, but Kobe never folded. He never dropped his head or tapped out mentally. He fought until the buzzer. That's the Mamba mindset. Meanwhile, LeBron let Jason Terry tattoo a championship trophy on his arm before the season. And then Terry actually made it real. That's a wild look. Now here's the real scandal nobody's really shouting about. The Lakers just embarrassed LeBron in broad daylight. Word around the league is he wanted a simple 1+1 extension this summer. Nothing crazy, just some security for a 40-year-old who still brought them a ring in 2020.
First thing we want to do in terms of LeBron and his future is just give him absolute respect to choose his story with his family in terms of how many years he's going to continue to play. He's earned that right, and he's the best one to talk about that in terms of how many years he'd like to play. First things first would be for him to be able to make the decisions he wants to in terms of how long he wants to play. We're going to continue to honor and respect that and let him speak into that.
And what did the Lakers say? Absolutely nothing. Not even a fake conversation. One NBA exec even said the Lakers basically put LeBron in a tight spot by refusing to offer anything. And Rob Pelinka's press conference, pure corporate smoke and mirrors, dodging every real question like he was avoiding a crossover. Rob Pelinka said the Lakers want to give him absolute respect to choose his story, but everyone knows what that really means. Bro, when are you dipping? And while they tiptoe around LeBron, they threw $165 million at Luka quicker than you can say farewell tour. That move screamed loud and clear. Luka is the new face, LeBron is the past, and the franchise is shifting directions fast. For the first time in 23 years, LeBron is playing on an expiring deal. Wild. The guy once called the chosen one is suddenly the replaceable one, and that reality is hitting hard.
Anything for me tonight. Unfortunately, I would not be in uniform tonight. Still dealing with ankle and foot discomfort, so I will not be playing tonight, unfortunately. I hate that, but I'm looking forward to seeing the format.
Now we got to talk about the part nobody likes to touch. Bronny James. LeBron didn't subtly guide him into the league. He shoved him in through straight-up nepotism. Bronny got invited to the Rising Stars game. Declined. Father-son skills challenge. Declined. And everybody knows why. Deep down, people see he's not ready for this stage. And here's where it gets hotter. Chandler Parsons straight up questioned the double standard, asking if LeBron would have magically felt healthy if Bronny was a rising star. The answer feels obvious. LeBron built this whole father-son NBA storyline for the cameras, the history, the legacy. But when real competition shows up, even he knows the situation is shaky. Teams know they're burning minutes trying to make this experiment look legit. Players know someone more deserving lost a spot, and now LeBron's finally feeling that pressure too. Then February 2025 flipped the whole script. The Lakers traded for Luka Dončić, and instantly LeBron became a side character in his own saga. And it showed he didn't even appear at Luka's extension press conference. He was in LA, but nowhere to be seen. Even Rachel Nichols called it out, saying LeBron's real issue is with the Lakers, not Luka. The Lakers tossed Luka 3 years and $165 million without even blinking, but LeBron couldn't get them to discuss a basic extension. That's not a hint, that's a sledgehammer. For the first time ever, LeBron isn't the one choosing to be the second option.
At the low point for you in your career?
Oh, for sure.
2011.
The lowest.
Yeah,
the lowest.
The role got assigned to him. The king didn't just lose his throne, it got handed to someone else in front of the whole league. Now here's the part his PR machine never wants to hear. His defense hasn't been elite in years. People still bring up those old all-defensive teams and that he can guard 1 through 5 story, but go back to 2011. Jason Terry had LeBron looking confused, and J.J. Barea, barely 6 feet tall, but was cooking him possession after possession. That's not lockdown defense, that's straight up getting exposed. Kobe never let a role player dominate him like that in the finals. Jordan never had his defensive rep cracked by someone called the Jet. But LeBron? He's been avoiding tough defensive assignments for over a decade, hanging out near half court looking for chase down block highlights while his man hits open shots. The numbers show it, the tape shows it, and Terry's finals performance definitely shows it. And now we get to the legacy talk. LeBron has built one of the biggest PR-driven images in NBA history. The chosen one, the king, the GOAT, half of these were titles he gave himself. He called himself the greatest ever, while still trailing Jordan in every major category. He created super teams, then complained about help. He dropped cryptic posts aimed at teammates. He pushed for trades that gutted rosters and left when it didn't work.
LeBron feels disrespected by how the Lakers are treating him at this point.
No, I don't think so. They got new blood. A cat that's going to be the face of their franchise for the next decade, where he's contemplating walking away from the game in the next year or two. Last time I checked, that's business. Secondly, it's pretty hard to be insulted when you're being paid $52 million for 1 year's work.
The same franchise that retired jerseys for players with half of LeBron's resume won't even offer him a simple 2-year deal. And here's the twist. LeBron's gearing up for his final power play. Multiple teams checked in about trading for him this summer, but Rich Paul said the Lakers shut it down, not because they're loyal, but because they want that $52.6 million coming off the books. His options are shrinking fast. Cleveland's building around young pieces. Miami already moved on. Golden State doesn't need a 41-year-old trying to be a co-star next to Steph. The truth is, LeBron might be forced into retirement, not because he wants to, but because nobody's dropping max money on a 41-year-old who skips All-Star Weekend and plays second fiddle to the new generation. And here's the part nobody likes to say out loud. LeBron's career is ending exactly how his critics always warned it would. No legendary farewell tour like Kobe's emotional goodbye. No quiet, classy exit like Duncan. No dream final ring like Dirk. Instead, we're watching a slow slide where even his own franchise won't give him an extension. He's dodging showdowns with rookies. His legacy moves aren't landing, and the next wave of stars is taking over right in front of him. His all-star ankle soreness, please. It looked more like a 40-year-old realizing the league isn't waiting for him anymore. Those rising stars he didn't want to face, They're not rising. They've already arrived. Now look at the finals history everyone keeps bringing up. Jordan 6-0, Kobe 5-2, Duncan 5-1, Magic 5-4, Bird 3-2, LeBron 4-6, the only one in that group with a losing record. And before anyone yells, but he made 10 finals. Remember, the scoreboard still counts. People love to bring up those finals runs, but they forget 6 of them came from the weakest Eastern Conference we've ever seen.
Rising Stars champ gets to play against the All-Stars on Sunday. One All-Star from last year told me he didn't like this because what does the All-Star team that plays against the Rising Stars have to gain? He's like, we're supposed to beat them. If we lose, we look bad. Draymond, who's a 4-time All-Star, who never, I don't think, was picked to be a starter, said, these young guys, if they're on the Rising Stars team, they don't deserve the privilege of playing on Sunday. And I truly understand that. He felt like it cheapens what Sunday will be. He liked the format. He just didn't like it this way.
If you had a pulse and a stacked roster, you were basically guaranteed a finals ticket. And when he got there, 2011 versus Dallas, folded. 2014 versus San Antonio, blown off the floor. 2015, lost to a Golden State squad starting Andrew Bogut. 2017 and 2018, straight domination by the other side. That's a rough resume for someone who calls himself the king. LeBron spent more time losing on the biggest stage than winning, and now he's skipping an exhibition game. It's wild watching a whole empire built on narrative control start shaking. The chosen one, the king, the GOAT. Those titles hit different when reality kicks the door in. And the reality is simple. The Lakers are over it. His body keeps breaking down. Real or just convenient timing. His big legacy plays aren't landing. The young hoopers don't fear him at all. And worst of all, his final chapter isn't being written by him. It's being written by everyone around him.
Those kids deserve to be there.
Why is it different? Like,
What is he taking away from? What is he taking away from anybody? He's not taking away from anybody.
He took away an All-Star. He took away an All-Star from like Sabonis that should have been there. Knowing he was.
Well, you mentioned Bronny. Bronny's not taking away.
I'm just saying about the Rising Star situation. The Rising Star situation.
He wasn't a part of it. Yeah. So You're saying that his son is playing. Go ahead.
When Rob Pelinka said they want to give him respect to choose his story, that was corporate code for bro, please exit quietly. That $52.6 million player option he picked up, that's not comfort, that's desperation. We're watching the final act, and it's not some heroic send-off. No dramatic last ring, no perfect torch passing, just a 40-year-old realizing Father Time never loses. Maybe all those self-given titles don't matter much when your own squad won't even pretend to want you anymore. The king feels done, and someone else is wearing that crown now. Is LeBron's legacy actually collapsing? Or is this just the natural ending of an all-time great? Let me know what you think, and subscribe if you want more unfiltered NBA talk.